Howdy partners, this is Kiram with MassiveEffectMarketing.com. We take your garbage marketing and make it awesome. So come on down, check us out. Today we're taking a look at a funnel. This is a challenge funnel, and you've seen these on the socials, Facebook challenges, social media challenges, whatever. The idea is you are trying to sell some sort of a package that is involved around doing an implementation. All right, people need to be pushed through to get their desired result. So you're going to handhold them all the way. The 3-week challenge is pretty popular. Here, this is a 21-day challenge to becoming a fearless influencer you are meant to be. So there's heaps of these. Let's take a look and check out this web page and see how it's composed, what sections are here, what we could optimize, and so on and so on. So first things first, we land here. This is a classic. This really started, I want to say 10 years ago. Maybe it was 8 years ago. But when these came out, they actually made a huge difference in your sales. It was considerable because nobody had these yet. So I think you were getting like 10% more sales, potentially even higher than that when you were using these. But now that everyone has seen these a million times, they're not as effective. So I would be curious to see what this is actually doing for them. I wouldn't use these anymore, but that's very interesting. So here we have this initial screen. The message here is in a script font, which is hard to read, and of course is getting blocked a little bit by these pop-ups when they come. I wouldn't recommend using a script font, although it's cool because it's different and therefore unique and more memorable. But at the same time, you're losing a little bit of the communication, and that's very dangerous because it's all about the communication. So what I would do is I would actually move this up, this 2-line heading, and put it more above here, and put this somewhere else, because this is more important to be communicated than this. All right. So by putting it down here, we're kind of saying it's not important, just so you know. It's the most important piece of text. We want to put that front and center. We can put this logo somewhere else. Honestly, this could be shrunk and put into a corner over here. We can do a horizontal orientation for this logo. Put the logo mark on the side and the text mark on the right, and bam, we sneak it in over there, and we get this value proposition right up front, smash like that. Another thing that's missing right here are logos. So if we hop on over to the nuclear, and let's just look at how effective this is. Bam, I am nearly sold, right? Don't have any of that action here on this initial screen. I'm sure this person does have some decent logos, or not, I can't tell. But if you do, not everyone's going to have Forbes and, CBS, but whatever you can get together, get it going, all right? Get some logos up there, and that'll be a better screen. Also, there's no call to action on this initial screen, which is a missed opportunity. It's always a good thing to have a call to action on the first screen that you get. So I would recommend that they do that. Moving along, we'll scroll, and then this isn't too good over here because this background is very busy and there's not a whole lot of contrast between the text and the background, so it just kind of gets muddy, and people will veer away from confusion when they see background images and text that don't go together very easily. The mind will just want to not look at it, right? When you see something like this, it's like, I don't even want to look at that because I don't want to exert any more effort than I have to. So we can get a better implementation of this, like tinting this section dark, for instance, not just putting it over the photo, right? Moving on, we have a nice message from the creator, from the founder, which is pretty typical towards the top, so that's a good move. And, I'm not going to read it, but it's talking about the story, the transition from her transition from before to after, so really good copy in here. However, for whatever reason, she has not shown her face in this section. It helps to sell a lot more. I think this is her, no, this is somebody else. Some people might be very shy and private, and they don't want their face, and I get that. I'm the same way. But when it comes to improving conversion rate and getting those sales, people want to do business with real people. So they want to see who you are. You know, you're asking them to come buy your program, you're telling them who you are, but you're not showing your face. You're going to lose some credibility. So the lovely Natasha here should put some sort of photo of herself, even though if this is her, that's not going to cut it, the back of someone's head. You need to put an actual person. Our friend Scott, I mean, he's got himself on the video right here. He's also at the very end, got himself right there. So what's missing here is an image of the founder or CEO. Then we've got some testimonial right here, video testimonial, very strong, good stuff. So we've got some more sales copy. We're not going to bother reading that. We have a strong call to action here. Nice little box. And we're going to see these throughout the page. It'll be over and over. You got to repeat the calls to action constantly. Here is the description of the program. All right. Breaking it down into weeks, into lessons, week, lesson, lesson, and then bonuses. So squeeze pages or sales pages or whatever you want to call them, funnel pages, usually have a bonus because people love bonuses. That will definitely increase your conversion rate when you're selling something and you're throwing in stuff for free. People love it. Just be honest though with the actual value of these. Don't just make them up. So heaps of bonuses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably like 6 bonuses right there. And then if you complete the challenge, this is very cool, you get a prize, which is great because you'd be surprised how many people start a challenge and then just give up, right? Then we have another strong call to action here, really, really huge. We have a recap and then total value, fine. This is why I don't like this script font because I have to think to read it. Okay, earn your challenge entry. I don't get it. Okay. We've got a CTA again. We've got some testimonials. Heaps and heaps. We have some FAQs. That's not a bad idea. There we go. There she is. So that's great. I would have it though further towards the top. That would be more effective. And then another call to action, more testimonials about the book, another call to action, more testimonials. I think you're going to see a pattern here. Testimonials. Notice these are all screen grabs from the socials. All right, this is Facebook. We've got instant messages we've got Messenger. All right, so these are screen grabs from all that. Another call to action, more testimonials. There's actually not a whole lot going on. Another call to action, more testimonials, endless testimonials. All right, you're just overwhelmed with testimonials. On and on and on. That's one thing you'll see when you start looking at all these funnels. They just keep going and going and going. Another call to action, more testimonials, another call to action. So as far as sections, you know, the stuff was more towards the top with the different areas like the FAQ, the about the author, right? And then the bonuses, right? So once you actually take a look at this, you'll see there's only, maybe 10 distinct types of sections. And in that, it was calls to actions and testimonials. And it's the same over at the Nuclear Effect. When you scroll through this, you'll just see it's just testimonials. So that kind of gives you an idea, because it's really overwhelming, because if you start looking at this page, and we're right here at the top, my God, you know, who wants to go through all this? This is just torturous if you were trying to build one. Also, if you're the visitor, it's not super pleasant. But you'll just see that it's not as complicated as it looks. It's literally heaps of testimonials. So if you're going to build one of these, don't be discouraged. There's not that many distinct sections that you need to create. Do you need to make 40 testimonials or 80. I don't know how many there are. Probably not. It's probably overkill. But it just gives you an idea. You should put more than 5, in other words. All right. So challenges are really wicked because people are going to buy your course. They're going to buy your book. Whatever you're selling, if it's theory, people, they'll listen to it, they'll read it, they'll watch, and they'll be like, oh yeah, great. And they'll have all sorts of revelations. Things are going to click. They're going to make decisions. But a lot of people will never then implement any of that or take action. And that's the whole purpose of doing these challenges, is you're supplementing whatever knowledge you're selling, whether it's a course or a book, and you're saying, hey, listen, we know you're not going to actually apply this. Join our challenge. We're going to push you through it, and you're going to get an end product day by day, 21 days. And that's the purpose of a challenge. And it's super effective. As far as how to make your challenge, that's totally beyond the scope of today's video. We're just critiquing a landing page for a challenge. Making the challenge is a whole other thing, which isn't part of today's video. Anyway, I hope you found that helpful. We saw some things we can definitely improve on this website, especially towards the top here, that can improve the conversions. If you have a website and you want to be improved, you can come on down, check us out, massiveeffectmarketing.com. We've been making wicked websites for ages, so you can show me your website address and I can do a video and we can see what's good and bad and then make some recommendations so you can rock and roll and get some more sales. Also, we're partnered with a nonprofit called Polaris, which is a nonprofit rescue team. So every time if you buy a marketing package with us, we will train a first responder. So you're literally going to be helping to save lives. Isn't that fantastic? So if you're interested in that, come on down and check out our program, because we are more than just a marketing agency. All right. So let me know. If you have a website, go ahead, drop it in the comments, give me the URL, and we will do a video. All right. So until then, thank you very much and Happy New Year.